Hey, what's up? John Shred here, and today I am unboxing and reviewing this MSI Vigor GK41 Dusk keyboard. Stay tuned if you're looking for a reasonably priced mechanical gaming keyboard. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is actually my first gaming keyboard review, and I want to send a huge thanks to MSI for sending it to me. All right, let's get it open and see what is inside the box. There's the keyboard itself. Keyboard, we'll look at that shortly. What else do we have? A couple manuals. And this is pretty cool. This model comes with an additional keycap set. And we'll talk about that, kind of the design. It's a different color, which is neat. And then something I didn't find until just recently is with the keycap on the back side is also a key remover tool. Okay, let's talk about the design of this keyboard. I absolutely love the red and black. Mixed with some gray. It fits so well with my setup. I have a HyperX Quadcast microphone that's red, a red Xbox controller that's red, and even my Asus ROG monitor has like a red light that shoots down. So I'm really digging the black and red vibe. Now that being said, if you aren't into the red aspect, like I said, the other keycap set is a full black one. So I mean, you do have the option to go all black. I'm sticking Team Red. Now this is a 100% keyboard, which means it has a numpad, but it still feels tiny. I mean, I'm coming from an older Corsair K95 full size, and it's huge. And I'm really a stickler for a numpad myself. I mean, maybe I'm old school, but I literally use it daily. I have friends, coworkers that are all about the 10 keyless size. And I mean, if you are looking for something like that, MSI does have a lot of TKL options on their website. Check it out here. So the keyboard, it has a good weight to it, which is nice. So it's very, very stable. And then also it has a couple adjustable things for different height, kind of two different height adjustments other than the default flat. I kept it flat myself. It worked well. Like I said, it's really, really stable. And lastly, I mean, it is a wired, but note that it is not detachable. Oh, now what it doesn't include. Now it doesn't have a volume knob at all, nor does it come with a wrist support. Now, I have both of those things on my K95, and I didn't miss the knob as much. I mean, here you can press the MSI key and scroll up, scroll down, or screen lock, pause, and you can adjust the volume. It's pretty easy. I'm normally using headphones anyway, and I can just pop something out if somebody comes in the room. But the wrist support, I'll talk about that a bit more in the typing experience. I definitely missed that piece. This keyboard has per key lighting controls, and it's all controlled within the MSI Mystique Light software, which is part of the MSI Center package. It's the same software you'd use to customize the RGB on your GPU. It works extremely well. I like it. I'll show you a couple different lighting options here as you can go through. There's lots of fun. The whole thing lights up. I was actually even pretty impressed because there's a light bar on the side that I didn't even notice at first, but it was a really nice touch. Yeah, both sides have it, yeah. And I walked into the room, I don't know, maybe the day after I started using it, and I caught it on the edge of my office, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Both the keys and the lighting side panel are all customizable. But speaking of the lighting software, if you go to the MSI website looking to download the software because you can't find it, it actually isn't listed, which I found a little bit odd. Now, what is neat is when you plug in the USB cable into, at least it was in my Windows machine, when you plugged it in, it would automatically ask you if you want to install MSI Center, which then will allow you to get the Mystique Light software. So kind of cool, but I still think it should be on the website somewhere so that you can download it. Switches. Okay, this keyboard comes with Kale Red linear switches. Now, I'm still pretty new to mechanical keyboards. Like I said, I had my K95, it has some MX Browns on it, and I really like the tactile feel. I was curious why MSI chose a red linear switch for this keyboard, and I did a quick Google search and I came up with this really cool image here. I'll pop it up. And it's from thegamingsetup.com, and it kind of explains the difference between a red switch and a brown switch. Essentially, if you're first person shooting gaming, you want a red linear switch. It's more consistent. And then if you want, a MOBA, something that has a cooldown on it, or you're typing a lot, you may want to go with browns. Okay, now that we know what type of switches they are, how do they sound? Here's a quick clip of me using the keyboard, kind of typing away so you can hear them yourself. I think for a linear switch, they sound great. You can definitely hear them when you click, but it's not super clicky and it's not distracting to other people. All right, what about the keycaps themselves? They're very smooth feeling. I have no idea what they're made out of. If anyone can drop a comment down below and let me know, that'd be very thankful. Literally my only complaint about the keycaps is the numbers along the top and the symbols beside them. In every other key on the keyboard, there's a symbol on top and then a symbol below. But for some reason along the numbers, it's side to side left and the font is the exact same size. So when you look quickly at it, your eye doesn't know which one to focus on. There's no kind of primary or secondary visual element. I don't know, they did it everywhere else. It's great. It's just, don't know. All right, I jumped into Call of Duty Warzone. Season 2 just came out, so I'd hop in and play around. This keyboard was incredible. The linear feel, it was smooth. Everything went really well. I'm very, very impressed with playing Call of Duty with this keyboard. Typing experience. Now, I have been using this all week, and for work, games, video editing, but I will admit that I would say about 90% of the typing that I do, the keyboard work I do, is for work or video editing. I'm a very casual gamer, and like I say, playing a game, it works amazing, but I did have 2 issues. Firstly, and I mentioned this before, I'm missing the wrist support. After I type for 15-20 minutes, I do feel it in the wrist a bit, which I haven't experienced over the past couple of years using my other keyboard. I'm not sure if this is just a different keyboard and I have to get used to it, but that would be a nice touch. You could always get yourself one on Amazon, just something else, and then you could bring that from keyboard to keyboard. Secondly, I had a lot of ghosting when typing. Like I would hit letters and then 2 or 3 would show up. I don't know if this is common for linear switches and I'm just used to my browns, but I'll show you a little clip of me just typing a paragraph and you'll see how often it happens. It was pretty frustrating. Price and availability. Okay, this is pretty interesting. I went onto the MSI website for this keyboard and there's where to buy, and it listed 20 different spots. Every single place I checked didn't have stock. They didn't even have it listed. I went to Walmart, Best Buy, Staples, Newegg. And they didn't have it listed, which the keyboard's not super old. I'm seeing reviews from November 2023, like 3 months ago. So I couldn't find a price until I came across PC World magazine. They had an article about it and they had like a little spot that says MSI store. I clicked there, it brought me to the MSI store and they had it on sale for $49.95. That's pretty incredible value. Considering most mechanical keyboards start at $100, $150 for $50 with the keycap sets, pretty good. To conclude, if you are looking for a mechanical gaming keyboard with a really nice design, 2 different keys, options, I really don't think you can go wrong with this keyboard. If you have any questions or I may have missed something, hit me up in the comments. I read through every single one and appreciate all of the love. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and hey, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Thanks again and I'll see you on the next one.